What's up, my friends? It's Steve from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NFL Week 1 Monday Night Football between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets on Monday, September 11th, 2023. We're going to have NFL player props, spreads, over-unders, and a long shot parlay here at the end of this video that I think are great value bets for this Monday Night Football game. The opening Monday Night week, guys. Super excited for this game between the Bills and the Jets. If you guys are new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support here at the channel. You guys absolutely rock. If you guys have a favorite pick for this game, make sure you guys drop it down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. I'll include your pick in the video if it hits. All right, let's go over some results here from yesterday. This is from Sunday, Week 1's action. It was not pretty for us. As far as for our comment cappers, though, let's start with those first. We had Javencio calling Brian Robinson over 14.5 carries. He cashes this easily with 19. KJ Philly, 5-teamer, calling the under 41.5 points in the Steelers-49ers game. And the Green Bay money line was able to cash both of those. Demetrius Smith calling the Jacksonville Jaguars Ravens spread and the Commanders money line parlay. That all cashed as well. So great calls from our comment cappers. As far as the stream results, guys, it was a brutal day as far as luck goes. We ended up going 1-4. We cashed the Tampa Bay Bucks plus 5.5 spread. They ended up winning that game outright, which was obviously terrific there. Our player props, we just got superior unlucky. It was ridiculous. I believe Sam Howell had 202 passing yards heading to the fourth quarter. He needed 8 yards to cash our over, and he doesn't complete one more pass. Or he might have actually had 192 heading into the fourth quarter, and he completed one 10-yard pass. So absolutely ridiculous, guys, how that didn't cash. I fully expected that to cash. And then we had Anthony Richardson under 193.5 passing yards. He had about 160 heading to the fourth, but he stayed at that number pretty much most of the whole fourth quarter until Jacksonville scored that quick touchdown by Etienne. And then they started playing prevent defense, basically gave him that over easily, which was just so frustrating. But nothing we can really do about that. And then in the later game, we had Tyler Lockett, who ended up going into concussion protocol. And it's like, come on. Like, it's just one thing after another yesterday. It was absolutely brutal. Like I said, and then we had the Steelers money line that didn't hit, obviously, either. The Steelers threw up a complete dud at home. That's okay, guys. We're going to bounce back. You know, I'm honestly felt pretty good about the picks yesterday. As far as the player props, at least the two passing props, and they just didn't work out. And that'll happen sometimes. But we're going to get it back today. Let's get after today. We got 3 picks here for you today and a long shot parlay, which we're actually going to put a quarter unit on. So let's get after it today. Let's get right into our picks here. At number 1, we're going with Dalton Kincaid over 27.5 receiving yards here for the Buffalo Bills. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. So I absolutely love this play, guys. This is a great matchup for Kincaid. The Jets here are allowing the 6th most receiving yards to tight ends all of last year. Projected to be another great matchup here for Kincaid. I think he'll have a shot to get a few catches. We're talking about 28 yards here, guys. I think it's a very reasonable number for a starting tight end that has the receiving prowess that he did. So his senior season at Utah, caught 70 catches, 890 yards, 8 touchdowns. So obviously, it's a very good receiving threat. We know what he could do. I'm expecting some good things from him. Saw some big plays from him in the preseason. 3 catches, 45 yards, 15 yards a catch in the preseason in limited action. Of course, you know, we're not really getting a full scope of what he can do, obviously, in the preseason, but just gives you an idea that he could definitely stretch the field, and he's a very good receiving tight end. So I think he can definitely get this done here with a star quarterback in Josh Allen, and a great matchup on the field for him as well. You know, he's a first-round pick. Definitely a big upgrade over, you know, Dawson Knox. Dawson Knox still cashed this line versus the Jets last year. You know, Dawson Knox, last game versus the Jets, caught 41 yards and a touchdown. So I think Kincaid could get it done versus this Jets defense in the one spot in the field where I actually like the matchup here versus this Jets defense. So love it there, guys. For our number 1 pick, we're going Dalton Kincaid over 27.5 receiving yards here for the Buffalo Bills. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we're going with Garrett Wilson over 69.5 receiving yards here for the New York Jets. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. So we got Garrett Wilson here at the end of last season. You guys will recall 7 out of his last 10 games he cashed this line. So we love seeing that. Had a lot of success towards the end of last year to this line. And really, this is a solid matchup here for Wilson. The Bills allowed the 7th most yards to wide receivers last year. Now, I know they're more healthy coming into this year, of course. I understand that. But really, what I'm still concerned with the Bills is on the outside. Tre'Davious White is not the same player if you guys have watched him lately. And, Kyer Elam's still young for the Bills. So I think they're still going to have some trouble on the outside. Obviously, they're really solid at safety with Jordan Poyer and Micah Hyde. But like I said, on the outside, I think Wilson can win those matchups, to be honest with you. He did last year. Wilson logs of 92 and 78 versus the Bills last year, cashing both games. And that was with poor quarterback play too, right? And he didn't even have really a quarterback. Now you got Aaron Rodgers. And we saw the two of them hook up in the preseason for a touchdown. That was Rodgers' one lone series. 3 catches for 30 yards for Garrett Wilson and a touchdown in the preseason in just one game of preseason action. So I think Wilson's going to have, obviously, a lot more success here with Aaron Rodgers. This is a very reasonable number for him. And like I said, I just, until I see something different, either out of Tre'Davious White or on the outside for the Bills, definitely will take a shot here. I still think the Bills are going to have a great chance in this game. And I'm not saying Rodgers is going to have his best game, but this is going to be the one guy I think he's going to be able to hook up with is Garrett Wilson. So love it there, guys, for our number 2 pick. We're going Garrett Wilson over 69.5 receiving yards here for the New York Jets. Minus 110 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 3, we're going with the Buffalo Bills. Minus 2 spread here versus the New York Jets. Minus 105 odds here on MGM. You guys know I'm a Bills fan. However, in this series has been dominated by the Bills. And really coming out here in week 1, I think the Jets are still going to have some trouble with continuity across the board. Their offensive line, kind of iffy. I think, like I said, Garrett Wilson will have a shot to have a good game. Outside of that, I think the Jets offense will struggle outside of that. Garrett Wilson isn't enough to win this game for the New York Jets. And Rodgers, 39 years old, coming in, downgrading at the offensive line position. He honestly had a better offensive line in Green Bay. This Jets offensive line last year, 3rd worst pass blocking grade. So they were getting beat a lot last season. And with Rodgers, he's not as young as he used to be, so that definitely doesn't help him. Like I said, we'll see what happens. But I like the Bills here to come out in week 1. They've won 7 out of the last 10 meetings here with the Jets. 4 out of the last 5 in New York. So I like seeing that. And like I said, continuity for Rodgers is definitely going to be an issue in this game. And the Bills here, I think, even when the Bills play a bad game, like they did against the Bengals in the playoffs, or they kind of look lackluster at times in the preseason, it still does get lost to me at times how good they've been over the last 3 seasons with Josh Allen. 37-12. I mean, that's 75% win rate. Despite the fact that, I'm focused on the losses that they had. But the Bills have been dominant over the last 3 years. I think that will continue here in week 1 versus honestly a Jets team that is not quite ready yet in week 1. I think the Jets will get a lot better as the season goes. They'll have a chance to even compete for the division by the end, potentially. But here early on in the season, I think you're going to see some woes. And we saw Tom Brady, when he first went over to Tampa Bay, his first start, he threw 2 interceptions. So it's not like, I think there's going to be some issues with stuff like that. I think there's going to be some misreads. There's going to be some potential mistakes, possibly some fumbles. I'm not expecting this Jets offense to be crisp here in week 1. Bills do have the continuity. Say what you want about that. And their defense, once again, I think is going to be pretty solid this year. So love it there for our number 3 pick. We're going with the Buffalo Bills, minus 2 spread here versus the New York Jets. Minus 105 odds here on BetMGM. All right, guys, now it's time for our long shot parlay for this game. Absolutely love this one, guys. We're going to have some fun here this evening. I'm using my 50% profit boost for this game on FanDuel, so you should have one of those available for this game if you have FanDuel. So this is actually going to be tracked. I'm going to track this as a quarter unit to win over 5 units because we want to make some units, guys. That's what we want to do. So here's what we got. We got Dalton Kincaid, anytime touchdown score. You guys know the piece I just said about him. Obviously, I love his receiving yards and his great value on his anytime touchdowns. About plus 400. You really can't go wrong with value like that. And I think, like I said, this is the one spot in the field where I think the Bills could have some success, where I'm very confident about it. So Kincaid being the receiving threat that he is, I think he's going to have a great chance here to get in the end zone. Garrett Wilson, same vein here for the Jets on the outside. I think he'll have a chance here to get in the end zone for the Jets. Like I said, on the outside is where I'm a little bit concerned here with the Bills. obviously. And then finally, we got Josh Allen, 25 rushing yards. He's done this in 7 out of 9 career games versus the Jets, so obviously I like that. By the way, one more thing on Garrett Wilson. The Bills did also allow the 4th most touchdowns to wide receivers last year, so we like seeing that. So I think, like I said, I think we're going to have a great chance at this parlay. I love the value that we're getting, and that's really what I'm focused in on. Really, is the value. Like I said, we're going to track this quarter unit. We're going to take a little bit of a risk here in week 1. We're going to put a quarter unit on this to win over 5 units. Sign me up for that. That's definitely something we want to do. So let's get after it, guys. Let's have a great day here in week 1 on Monday Night Football. Super excited for this game. Looking to also do a live stream for this game. So if you guys are interested in, if you guys are bored and want to come hang out with the community, we're going to do a live stream for this game with game audio and stuff like that. Outside of that, guys, that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Make sure you guys follow us over on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, at StraightFirePicks. And, yeah, that's going to do it for us. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.